What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about MoonROCKS today, the native token to the Moonsters ecosystem. I'm going to get rid of that little tab there, although we can actually look and see you're at about a $1.1 million market cap. That's the Moonsters NFTs up there. MoonROCKS, just to make sure that you're finding the right one here on Dex Screener, it looks like this. Oops, not Roxed. MoonROCKS with an S. This one. It's the top one here. The token is Moon3 capital BC1 lowercase y. That's the token address. Okay. None of these. None of the base ones. Those are all scams. Okay. With no liquidity available or anything like that. Yeah, they're all scams. Now, MoonROCKS is behaving a little bit like a scam. I say that facetiously, you guys, okay, because it's losing money too. Let's be real, right? It is losing money too. I would have never imagined in my life that up here that we'd pull all the way back down like this. I don't get it. The community now is only stronger than it was back here. The fundamentals, everything that's going on, the building behind this project in the community is only further ahead now than it was back here. My thoughts are that this next move, while this was a pretty nice taste of the upside here, this next move is going to be even more glorious, right? It's going to be even more righteous. Now, we might not see the same pace. I would assume that we probably dilly-dally. We probably find resistance at key areas of resistance and support as we move higher. But once we break out to new all-time highs, this selling off will only allow us to go higher. I'm very, very confident in the fact that we are going to get to a 4.5 cent price here within the next month or two. I would think certainly by the end of the year, but by the end of October, if not sometime in November. And I know that might sound crazy, but from here, guys, that is a whopping 38x. The minimum target is the 1272. That's about a 17, almost an 18x right there. Massive potential. Because again, the same thought here is the thought that was back here, right? All the people who wanted to sell, they've sold. Right? They've all sold. Well, we're at that same area now. All the people who wanted to sell, they've sold. Maybe there's some people waiting to see if we see new all-time lows, and then they'll sell. And as soon as we get new all-time lows, they sell. The strong hands step in, they buy, whatever. I'll be buying if we see new all-time lows. Absolutely, I will. I know some people that will be buying as well. That floor is going to be well protected. But, you know, it's possible that there are some people who are pushing the price down just to scoop up more on the cheap. You know what I mean? Like that is very possible. And this project has been in the works longer than what the token has to offer here, right? This token came up in May of 2025. This is a project that's been developing since like 2023, you guys. So, and maybe even before then, I forget. It's 2 years before this. So it's something that's been in the works for a long time. It's definitely not a here and gone kind of thing, although that pump was here and gone. I'm rambling a little bit too much. I want to do some TA and just talk about what I'm seeing in the charts. My gut, looking at this, just looking at the price, my gut tells me that we're going to go lower, that we will see new all-time lows, but probably just barely. It'll be a bare, because if you think about it, the reaction we had down here had a nice pump, had a nice pump, had a nice pump, rounded out and had a nice pump here. Here you're kind of grinding. There's no support coming in. On the flip side to that, on the bright side, you know, you're only down 3% today, while the average coin is down probably a lot more than that, right? I mean, we look at the average crypto today, at least just on my list here, things are down. I guess things are down about that average 3%, unless you're in Zora. Zora is the only one that's up right now. It is possible that we find support here. However, I think that we do have lower to go. Let's look at the 1 hour time frame and zoom out from there. No volume. Total lack in volume as we're down here. So I really do believe all the sellers are gone, you guys. Looks like some volume stepped in here. Maybe I should buy some MoonROCKS. If I buy MoonROCKS, I'll post it on x.com that I bought. I'll tell you guys that I bought. Wow, 32K right there. And that's all that move got you, was 6%, huh? I'm curious to see. And then it sold back, though. You bought and then sold, whoever that was. 1 hour time frame here. RSI looking sad. Looking sad. You're in the area that you like to bounce, but you probably do go a little bit lower. I think if you were to bounce, you would have done it already, right? You wouldn't be rejecting like you are now. We're already 30 minutes into this candle, so I think that you do probably go lower. Stochastics look bearish, and the MACD is rejecting the zero. The last time we did that, we went lower. So yeah, if we make a move like that, we're going to see fresh lows. That's for sure. 4 hour time frame here, looking like that's the case. Bullish divergence, yes, setting up, but you've already seen that come to play. I think that you're going to go lower. I really do. I think that you have lower to go. Daily time frame here. Looking at the indicators here, the RSI is nestled right up on the oversold zone. every time we've hit this oversold area, let's just put it out right here like this, okay? Looking at this, you hit it right here. You were just above it right there, and now you're hitting the low points here. And here we are right now. We're probably going to hit it. We're probably going to get into the oversold zone or something like that, okay? You know, this was a low point back here, a low point right there, a low point right there. We're at the same indications right now, right? And not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but even if we don't go lower from here, if we were to bounce to the same areas we bounced from before, that's a 62% pump. That could happen in a day, 62%. And I know 62, it's really small compared to the 30x we were talking about. But 62% in a day, that's awesome. At what is undeniably the best time to buy. We're literally at the all-time low areas. This is the best time to buy. We do have bullish divergence on the MACD. Stochastics are bearish, and the RSI is suggesting that we're at an area to bounce. So I would expect a little bit more of a downside move, and then we're probably going to rally from there. That's the expectation overall. How low can we go, right? We didn't really touch on that. It's probably because it's hard to answer. Let's see, because you don't really have anything. I don't have any real discernible pivots to base the fibs off of. Let's take this one. Let's just see. Maybe 30873 at the lowest, maybe. But again, I'm under the impression that if this line breaks, if this line here breaks, it's going to be barely, and then as soon as it does, we're going to rip back to the upside. But that's just my assumption. Anyways, I don't have anything else to say. Again, to make it very clear as to where I see MoonROCKS going by the end of the year, certainly by the end of October or November, I would expect that we're well on our way going up here. By the end of October, I would expect that we are either at these highs or above these highs, okay? Which from the current price, that's about a 7x right there. Okay, either at these prices or above these prices by the end of the month. Going into November, we should be seeing a 2 cent to a 4.5 cent price, either by the end of the month of October or sometime in November. And I would expect higher by the end of the year. I think this project has immense potential. And once NFTs come back, once that kind of craze sets back in, I think that you'll see this thing even come even more alive, right? You've got a lot of potential here with the low cap coin being at $1.1 million. There's no volume at these levels. Nobody's selling. All the selling's done, so there's only, if there's no more sellers, who's left, right? Only buyers. And if there's only buyers left, we're going to move this thing up easily. Just like last time, right? No sellers left, because who's still here? Who's here to sell? Nobody. They've all gone. So there's only buyers left. That's what you get in a buyer's market. And whenever NFTs come back, whenever Solana DEX coins come back, I think MoonROCKS will probably take off. We're just probably waiting for Solana to rip as well, right? Sol, because it is a Sol coin, you would think that it would do better if Sol was doing good. And right now, Sol's in the dumps. Sol's down more than MoonROCKS is, right? Once Sol starts doing well, once all those coins start doing well, we're going to see this pump again. And I think that that's going to happen as early as next week. So if you're looking to buy, do it now. You're not going to have much time to buy. If you're looking to sell, it's really late. I would just encourage, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, do whatever you want, but I would not encourage anybody to sell. I haven't sold a single drop of my MoonROCKS. I don't plan on selling any of it. Not here, not for a while, probably not for months. We'll see. But anyways, I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Hit the like button. Bye-bye.